And we're going to continue our work with converting different kinds of measurement within the US system, within the metric system, and between the two. In this section, we always have questions about working on the calculator, so make sure that you get those answers. I rounded them to the nearest tenth. Okay? And we are going to go on to critical thinking and logical reasoning. And this is where we're mixing all of the different kinds of measurements together except linear. So it could be an area problem, it could be a volume problem, or it could be a capacity problem. Give logical reasoning explaining why 0.7432 square meters does not equal 96 square inches. So let's look at how we convert square meters to square inches. This is metric, and this is US. So we're going to have to convert between the two, and it's squared, so we're looking at area. So the different tables that you have, we're going to look at the area one. We're going from square meters to square inches. Okay. On our table, we do not have square inches at all. We have a couple square meters. Oh, wait, we have square inches. Yeah, we do have square inches. Square inches is right here. Okay, so I've got square centimeters will convert to square inches. So I want to get my metric value to be square centimeters. Sorry, I forgot where we started. Square meters. So I am at square meters. I want to get to square centimeters so that I can convert to square inches. So that would be my given value, which is square meters, going down the steps. So I'm going to multiply by 100 to the 1/2 power because I went down 2 steps. So I'm going to multiply by 100 to the 2nd power. Okay, actually I'm thinking I should probably do it the way that they did it. 0929. All right, I'm going to do it the way they did it. What they did was wrong, but we're going to find the area, the error. Okay, so they started here at meters squared. And they converted to feet squared. And we're going metric to US, so we're dividing. So the first step was right. They divided by 0.0929. So this is okay. And now they are at square feet, but I want square inches, so I'm at square feet. I want to go to square inches. I'm going down, so I need to multiply by 144. So I need to multiply by 144. This should have been 12 squared. Should have multiplied by 12 squared, or 144, because we're dealing with area, so it's not just 12, it's 12 squared. Okay, so I could have solved it the other way, but I wasn't trying to solve it. I was trying to explain what the error was. Okay, number 2, give logical reasoning explaining why 45,424.8 cc's does not equal 3 quarts. Okay, so they started at the cc's and divided by 1 to get milliliters. It's the same value. And then they went milliliters to divided by 1,000. So let's see what they did. They were at milliliters. Okay, this is not the area chart. This is the capacity chart. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Don't want to turn it. All right, that should be big enough. All right, so the first thing they did is they used this relationship, so they divided by 1. So now we're at milliliters. They divided by 1,000, so that's 1, 2, 3 steps. They went to liters. So that step is right. Then they went from liters to gallons, so they should have divided by 3.7854. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. Okay, so they divided by 3.7854. Now they're at gallons. So everything they've done up to this part is correct. This is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Now I'm at gallons. I want to go down to quarts. So I have to divide by 4. Oh, I'm going down. There's my error. This should be multiplication. Let's move this out of the way so I can write that down. The last step should be multiply by 4, not divide. Okay, the next one. Give logical reasoning explaining why 5.66 cubic feet does not equal 200 cubic meters. Okay, cubic feet is a volume, so now I have to find the volume chart. This was the capacity, this one was area. So now let me see if I can find the volume one. I've got it here somewhere. Yep. Here it is. Okay, so let's take this one and see if we can move it and bring this one over. Okay, so 5.66 cubic feet to cubic meters. Okay, well, cubic feet is in my chart and it converts to cubic meters. So I'm going to take my 5.66, I'm going in this direction, and I'm going to multiply it by 0.0283. Again, they divided instead of multiplied. Because to go from feet, English, to US, so here's my starting point, here to here is multiply. If my starting point is in the metric and I'm going in this direction, it's a divide. Okay, next page. Explain how you would convert from square yards to square centimeters. So I'm going US to metric, and it's squared, so that's area. So I'm going to go get my area, table, and stairs and bring that over. Okay, I want square yards to square centimeters. Again, if you look at the table, there's no square yards in my table. So I need to first convert square yards to something. Now, what I want to convert it to doesn't really matter because all of my other units are in the table. Okay, so let me circle square yards. I'm at square yards. I could go up to acre, up to miles, I could go down to feet or down to inches because all of those are over here in this table. what I want to end up with is square centimeters. Square centimeters is the very last one. So let's aim to use this conversion. So I'm going to convert square yards to square inches by multiplying by 9 and 144. Okay, all right. So now I'm at square inches. I'm here. How do I get here? I multiply by 6.4516. Oh, I forgot the number now. 6.4516 to get square centimeters. Okay, next one. Explain how you would convert from fluid ounces to milliliters. Again, I'm going US to metric. But now, fluid ounces and milliliters, this is a volume, not an area. So I don't want this table. I want the volume one. No, I don't want the volume one. I don't have fluid ounces. I want the capacity one. Oops. There we go. So let me erase some of these markings so it's easier to see. So I just went to find the chart that had what I wanted on it. I'm starting at fluid ounces. The volume one didn't have fluid ounces. The capacity one does. Okay, so fluid ounces is right here. I want to go to milliliters, so I have to go through this. So I have to get to gallons. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get to gallons. So I'm going to have to divide by 8, 2, 2, and 4. Divide by 8, 2, 2, 4. Then, oh wait, let me write this out a little clearer. To get to gallons, then I'm at gallons, and I want to go to liters. So I'm going to multiply by 3.7854 to get to liters. Okay, I'm not done yet because my ultimate goal is milliliters. So I'll just slide this over. So I'm at liters. I want milliliters. So I need to go down 1, 2, 3 steps. So down is multiply by 10 to the third. Then multiply by 10 to the third. Okay, next one, explain how you would convert from square decameters to acres. So again, I've got square. I know I'm going to use the area one. So that one's not too far away. having trouble getting this sized. Okay, so square decameters to acres. Okay, well, acres is on here. I'm doing this in purple. Acres is on here. Let me get rid of some of this other printing, sorry. So to get to acres, I have to be at square meters. Okay, square meters is here, but I'm starting at, where did my problem go? Okay, there we go. I'm starting at square. Where did it go? Square decameters. Okay, so decameters is here. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is multiply by 100. Now I'm at meters squared. So then I'm going to go to my chart and I'm going in this direction, which is divide. Divide by 4,046. Whoops. $4,046.8564 to get to acres. Okay, now the rest of these are actually solving. So we won't need to explain, we'll just be solving. First I have to move this out of the way. All right, convert. Oh, gotta move this one out of the way too. All right, convert each of the measurements in the following problems from the given unit to the designated unit. Round your answers to 1 decimal if necessary. So I have 783,421 millimeters squared to feet squared. So I'm going to use area, and I'm going from metric to English, so I will have to use my middle table. I'm starting at millimeters. I want to get to feet. Okay, so here's my area. Let me erase all of this. Let me erase all of this. All right, let me get this capacity out of the way. It's on top of the other one. There we go. All right, millimeters to feet. I have to slide this up just a little bit because I don't see feet in my table, but I know it's there. The only one that's not there is the yards. Okay, so here's my feet squared. Sorry, I have to move it a little bit more. Okay, so that means I need to be at meters squared. So I need to convert millimeters to meters, which means I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 steps. So I'm going to divide by 100 to the third. So 783,421 divided by 100 to the third gets me to meters squared. And then I'm going to go and divide by 0.0929. Divide by 0.0929. And that will get me to feet squared. Round to the 1 decimal place, I have 8.4. Oops, sorry about that. 8.4 feet squared. Okay, next page. $312,152 cubic centimeters to cubic yards. Okay, so it's not area. I have the right one right here. I want my volume. Cubic centimeters to cubic yards. Cubic centimeters. Let me erase this, sorry. Cubic centimeters is right here. That will convert me to cubic inches, and then I'll have to go to the table. So I'm going to take my value, and I'm going from metric to US, so I'm going to divide. By 16.3871. Oh my goodness. All right. 312,152 divided by 16.3871, which puts me to inches. I don't want inches, I want yards. So I'm going to go up 2 steps. So I'm going to divide by 1,728, and I'm going to divide by 27. I get 0.408, so that's 0.4 yards cubed. Okay, next example. I'm going from cups to deciliters, so that is not volume. That is capacity, which I believe is over here. So I'm going from 152 cups to deciliters. So let me erase some of this stuff. Okay, so cups to deciliters. The only conversion I have from metric to US or US to metric is the gallon to liter. So I need to get my cups to gallons. Trying to change the color of my pen. It's not working. Okay, so 152 cups. I'm right here. I want to go to gallons. So I'm going to have to go up 1, 2, 3 steps. So 152, I'm going up, so I'm dividing by 2, 2, and 4. Okay, so now I'm at gallons. I'm going to go this direction to get to liters, which is multiply. So I'm going to multiply by 3.7854, which gets me to liters. So I'm at liters, but I want to get to deciliters, so that's one step down. So I'm going to multiply by 10. $359.613, 359.6 deciliters. Okay, next example. I want 62,208 square inches to square yards, so I need my area table, which I believe is right here. Okay, so inches squared to yards squared. So I'm not going from US to metric, I'm just doing US to US. So all I have to do is my stairs. I'm at inches squared, I want to go to yards squared, which is up 2 steps. So I'm going to take 60, well, I'll do this in a different color so it doesn't run into the last problem. 62,208, I'm going to divide by 144, and I'm going to divide by 9. I'm at inches, I divide by 144, I divide by 9. I get 48 square yards. Okay, next problem is hectoliter to centiliter. Okay, that's a volume. So I will find my volume and move that up. Oop. Volume is here. All right, 112 hectoliters to centiliters. I am not going between US and metric. I'm just over here in the metric. Oh, that's volume. I want capacity. See, hectoliter and centiliter, not over here. I grabbed the wrong one. Now I've got the one I want. Now let's erase some of this stuff. 112 hectoliter to centiliter. So I'm going to start with 112. Hectoliter on my chart is here. I want to go to centiliter. I don't know why it's not sliding over. Well, centiliter is right there, so I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, hectoliter to centiliter. I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. So I'm going to multiply by 10 to the 4th. $1,120,000 centiliters. Next example, 125 cc to centiliter. Okay, so it's still the capacity chart. So a cc is the same thing as an ml. So I have 125 ml to cl. Now, ml to cl. Milliliter is here. Centiliter is 1 up, so I'm going to divide by 10. 125 divided by 10, 12.5 centiliters. Okay, last page. Round your answers to 3 decimal places if necessary. Find the capacity of a 2-liter bottle of soda in fluid ounces. So I'm going from liter to fluid ounces. So this is a capacity. So let me find my capacity chart, not area. Here we go, capacity. Let's bring this one over. Let's get this one out of the way. Okay, so I'm going from metric to English, so I'm going to have to go through this, which means I have to start at liters and go to gallons. Well, that's good because I'm at liters. So I'm going to go liter to gallon. I'm going in that direction, so I'm going to divide. So this is going to be 2 divided by 3.78, which gets me to gallons. And I'm going to go to gallons to fluid ounces. So I'm going down. I'm going to multiply by 4, 2, 2, and 8. I get 67.628, so that is going to stay in 8 fluid ounces. Okay, the next one is a volume problem. So I'm going to want my volume chart. Still move this out of the way. This is my area. I don't want that one. My volume is over here. The volume of the Pyramid of Giza is 3,166,805 cubic yards. Find the volume of the pyramid in cubic meters. So I'm going from cubic yards to cubic meters. So I'm going from English to metric. So I'm going to need this table. Cubic yards is not here anywhere. I want to end up with cubic meters, which is this one. So I want to convert my first measurement to cubic feet. I'm at cubic yards. I want to go to cubic feet. I'm going down, so I'm going to multiply by 27. So 3,166,805 times 27 gives me the cubic feet. Let me do this in green. It's a little easier to see because the table is pretty blue. I'm at cubic feet. I'm going to go to cubic meters. So I'm going to be multiplying by 0.0283. I get 2,419,755.701. 2,419,755.701 cubic meters. Okay, we have concluded our work on converting linear, area, volume, and capacity from US to metric, metric to US, and within the US and within the metric.